Cool. Yeah, I'm chilling today. How are you?
I'm also chilling today. Uh,
Nice.
not much, not much to report on the day, which is generally a good thing.
Cool. And what are we going over today?
Um, Great question. Are you is your stream already going?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, well, I had some. I've been like I've been playing Melee in like different ways. I actually went when I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta recently, and I played like
Is there
a
any
game of
way
Joy.
to Sorry, is there any way to maybe improve the quality of your mic at all? Like do you have a different microphone maybe? Or is that the
Uh,
only one you've got?
let me try something. Hello.
Yo.
It's not any.
What's up?
It's not any better, is it? Let me.
Um sounds about the same. It's not really. It's fine. I was just checking.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but it's like a little bit of a hassle. Um, so
It's okay.
might
Just
not be
if
worth.
I just like say what too many times, you'll know why. But it should be fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to be clear. Yeah, actually, let me do one thing. Maybe it'll help.
So chat says it's a lot better. It definitely is better. So
Okay. Um, Sorry, what did you just say? I was fixing something.
I think it got better.
Sick. Okay. Yeah. So what are we going over today? I've been playing like Fox recently, but for like probably weeks to like 2 months, I was playing only Yoshi. And before that, I was playing Falco. So I've been like a little bit all over the place. But I think I'm most interested in talking about Yoshi in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
We had talked a little bit that maybe some of the low tier matchups that you have
Mm-hmm.
like literally no experience in, you might not be the best at. So uh, we don't have to do that. We so basically there's some I have some games against some Fox games, like some Yoshi Fox games. I've also got like some Yoshi Luigi and Yoshi DK games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we can kind of do whatever. I'm like I don't exactly my expectations aren't super high in terms of like the low tier stuff, but I think it's just kind of an interesting thing to think about, and I haven't really spent too much time thinking about those matchups at all.
Okay. I mean,
So
I'm down to just go over and discuss some stuff if you have like a VOD or something.
yeah. So I have VODs of all three. I don't know if you have.
No, we can just start with whatever. I'll
Okay.
just
So
give
let
it
me
my.
just
I'll just whatever I have. I'll give you.
got you. Okay. Well, maybe let's start with Fox, and then if it gets once you have like a little bit of a reference point, we can do the other matchups.
Okay.
So let me send it to you one sec. Okay. I just pulled some reasonable games. I don't really because some games I like SD'd like 4 times and stuff.
That's
And
fine.
sometimes it's really obvious what is going wrong. But sometimes I play okay, and then
Okay.
so these are a couple. One, the first one's on Battlefield. The second one's on Stadium.
All right. I'm
Stage doesn't
opening
really
it
matter too
now.
much. Let me go to your stream too.
Okay. And let me screen share you.
Yeah.
Hopefully my computer doesn't freak out. It's been a little weird today.
Did you traveled over the weekend, right? You like was there like an event? I didn't really pay
I did what?
attention to it, but are you like just recently back home?
Um. Well, I went to DreamHack San Diego.
Okay, I see. Pretty close.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's really
or not.
it's a lot of traveling for one day. It's like 3 hours each way, but I didn't go to like major
I
upset
see.
or anything. I'm going to Smash Camp this weekend.
Okay. Sick.
All right, the screen share is working.
Yes, I
Okay.
see everything.
All right. Do you have any thoughts before I start watching it, or you want me to just take a look and see what I see? Or
I mean, honestly, I have a lot of thoughts because, like, for like,
yeah.
I haven't looked at these. Like, I'll say that I haven't looked at this VOD that thoroughly. So, thoughts specifically about this one, um,
Mm-hmm.
not, not specific, but yeah, I have some. I mean, I have like a good amount of ideas in this matchup, and from both sides because I play against. I don't know if you know Flex,
Yeah.
but I play against him like a lot because we were both from Rhode Island. So, um, so I have like an inkling of uh, what I'm doing wrong to some degree. But I also it's hard to tell if I'm doing something very wrong or if like those parts of the matchup are just like inconsistent and difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Edge guarding Firefox. It's like I don't think any amount of game planning is really going to set me up to consistently edge guard a fox that is like mixing it up well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there are probably situations I could be more precise. There's
Mm-hmm.
there's situations that I could be at least more deliberate with how I'm punishing things, even if it's not going to be perfect. So
This is
um,
actually okay. I found a spot where we can at least start talking about. We can just kind of go from there, if you're cool
okay,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right, so this is the first spot. So when you're in this spot and you're doing this double jump, if you're on FD, it's obviously not great. But on all these other stages, this is just literally like a winning position for Yoshi, and it's because if you double jump and you hold the double jump the whole time, he's like basically you can't lose this spot. So like the only way you can lose this spot is by early aerialing here because then he can fall on you with his aerial. But if you do like a jump and you just double jump and you just like let it go and you react if he hits you, then like if he hits you, you get a counter hit, and if he doesn't hit you, you just double jump and you're safely on the platform like you normally would be. So I think that's like a really good like way to use that as like kind of like an option select when you have like platforms. I think that's good against both spaces to just kind of just like do the whole double jump and just see what happens.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think my two things. I think one is like I think if I were playing more recently, I would probably be inclined to DJC up air there, because
Mm-hmm.
I like my instinct is that if Fox is drilling that, I can potentially get something good, but it's not consistent. I
Mm-hmm.
have to if I'm trying to armor against drill, it's like the risk is pretty low, granted, but it's also I think in terms of reward at low percent, I would probably go for a DGC up air as like an idiot, but um, because I don't know, a lot of my instincts in other matchups reacting and armoring or parrying are not relevant or not as clear cut as they are in other matchups with the drill. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's slightly uncomfortable for me. So I think I would just up it there. I don't know if you think that's as good as just double jumping and thing or not, but
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm, okay.
yeah, I tried to armor that.
Yeah, no, I see that. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Nice. I like that forward smash a lot.
Thank you. Okay, that's another spot, by the way. I mean, I think it worked out for me there, but when Fox is up being, um, like right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like, do I like try to react with Nair? If they go really high, like what are my options? Like what I don't know. I have that stuff mapped out with other characters, like based on the way Fox drifts and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
Yoshi, it's like I have to fucking do this like pretty crazy read. Um, so sometimes Fox just lives to like one, which once again I think is
Yeah.
normal
Okay.
enough.
Well, something that I would say is that right here, Amsa would not throw this on stage. He would throw it so that he grabs edge after.
Mm-hmm.
And that would put him in like a position where right here he has, so he would probably, what he most likely do in this spot is something like, let's see. So right here he would definitely run off to the edge, an egg, and then and this egg would definitely be like he's a lot more aggressive with the eggs. He doesn't really throw eggs to block off Fox from getting back to the stage on his recovery. The eggs are almost always targeted like at where Fox is recovering from.
Okay.
So he would have definitely thrown the egg more aggressively and grabbed edge here. And then most likely when he saw, so he would have like run off, throw the egg, then he sees Fox up B, and then you do drop, double jump, down B, or another egg, but just like a stall, basically. And then you have a position where you can essentially like drop and then double jump, and if he does like the low one, you get like the drop, double jump nair, like because you're already rising like far enough. You know what I mean? Like if you drop far enough and you double jump, if you nair here,
You're not armoring it. You're just like hitting them.
yeah, you're just like invincibly nairing
Yeah.
with like rising out of the double jump, and then like if he goes up or whatever, you can just kind of finish your double jump and then maybe get like hit him as he lands or something. That's like my idea of what he would do. At least 100% he would do run off, throw the egg really aggressively, and then do a refresh and then cover it from there.
I think yeah, so I feel like I've almost this may be wrong, but I feel like I've almost never seen Amsa do that nair that covers that low angle, or like very rarely. I feel like what I've seen him do is either just like do neutral get up or like do another egg that'll
Mm-hmm.
like refresh it, or if he's covering on stage, he'll ledge dash. I think,
Yeah,
or
I've
yeah.
I've seen him do that in there, but you're right that like when if I think back on like his most common edge guards, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like he's like I just don't know the exact like frame data on all of Yoshi's like ledge dashes and stuff. Sometimes it feels like Fox just cannot get back against him, and then other times it feels like every time it's like a forced 50-50 and he can't cover both or whatever. And like I just don't know which one is like the real one, cuz sometimes it really feels like he just refreshes and he can cover every option, and sometimes it's like it feels like you just pick, high or something, and he's like, oh, I picked low, I can't cover it. But like in like I don't know, if you really think about it though, like in this case, like where it's like right here, how many characters in the game actually have a guaranteed edge guard here? Like not almost anyone.
Yes. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
even
Exactly.
like with Fox, this is probably like a 50-50 type thing.
Agreed.
But like, yeah, I think some combination of like the early egg and the early drop versus probably like a ledge dash type thing to like kind of mix it up. Because
I
I
can
know,
also go ahead.
I just know that like with the early drop, also you can just like you can like drop and then double jump and then down B again to like restall if you need to. But I also super see the value of just getting on stage with the like I've seen him do the up air on stage, like invincible up air from ledge, and I've seen him do the
Yeah,
ledge
true.
dash.
I don't do that up air.
Yeah,
Uh,
he lost to Cody at double down because he went for that up air and
uh,
suicided.
Another kind of broken thing is because I'm playing on box, so I can actually do the reverse edge cancel eggs, the up B, like the full momentum eggs from ledge, like off stage. So
Hmm.
I could also throw the first egg and then just like hit with like four eggs from the
Yeah,
ledge.
no, I mean Amsa does a ton of like the like egg stuff where he just kind of like if you're out here, he'll just like egg until you're way
Yeah,
down here, and then
yeah,
when you're way
exactly.
down here, he can definitely do the drop double jump nair from that
Yeah.
spot.
Uh huh. Okay.
But I think the forward smash here was really good coverage. Like once you were on stage.
Mm.
Definitely, this whole problem here was that you started interacting directly without using the platforms. Like you're just kind of like fighting it out.
Well, like I tried to go up there and then I wave landed or I air dodge, right?
Yeah, but like I just wouldn't want to be fighting so like aggressively when the percents are like this. If they were reversed, then you can be that aggressive.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I think that it's really important to like maintain platform movement against Fox. Okay, standard correct combo. Yeah, like basically like I think essentially where like Falco, if the Falco kind of forgets about lasers and they're kind of not shooting their lasers, they're just playing laserless Falco. Well, it's like if you don't spend like 15 seconds moving around the platforms before your neutral win, then you're playing like neutralless Yoshi. Like versus Fox at least.
Yeah.
So like just like playing these mix-ups raw, I feel like is very like it's too risky, especially at 0. Like this is very easy for Fox to like CC shine and stuff like that.
Yeah. Even when I'm coming off of the platforms, it feels that way. But I guess occasionally I'll land a forward air. And I just have to count.
Yeah. The thing with like the platforms is like, first of all, like if he wants to touch you at all, he has to jump, which takes away the CC already. Like it's kind of like, okay, if he's falling on you on the platform, you win.
Right.
If he's rising onto you onto the platform, you win. So it's like him being grounded is essentially like. He's kind of just like, oh, I'll avoid anything you throw at me. But the platform basically gives Yoshi, like, the activity, where, like, Fox is responding to you. And if you kind of just, like, play it out, a lot of times you're just like, here he comes, like, he's drilling, and I got an SDI, and then I got it's just, like, it gets really, like, complicated to try to, like, scrap with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like this combo. This was very much like what Amsa would have done. Although I swear he would still throw this egg here. He just does it like more often than he even needs to. Like he would definitely throw an egg here.
Yeah. I have died so many times from throwing that egg, learning Yoshi. So yeah,
it makes sense.
Part of me is just a little.
I would be very. I don't like this. You should definitely not be like literally right here. Just waveland off, double jump, waveland like. Literally like light shield, like just hold your egg.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason to corner yourself here.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know in spots like this, I think it should definitely just be more aggressive of like getting out with the double jump, like short hop, instant double jump, like get up to here, waveland off, double jump, like fair. Like that's how you get to here. It's like like Yoshi's very roundabout with his movement. And see, like that, like this is how you get like a Yoshi opening, right? Is like freaking like jump, you dash back, dash back, jump forward, waveland back, drop, double jump forward, read the dash back with the neutral B. Like that's how you freaking get like a Yoshi opening.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to do that every time, and like even like a pressure like this, like this right here, I would have way liked.
You're not into that.
Jump, double jump, waveland off, double jump forward air, or something like that compared to this.
Yeah. Okay. I think part of it was like hoping that the egg would cover my entrance somehow more than it did. Like I haven't really seen the he clanks with a back air. I think he instant back airs.
This is like an unreliable situation though, because he could have like wave landed. Like they can just hit you out of the egg and stuff like that.
Extremely unreliable, yeah.
Yeah, like it's like I think like doing the egg there is good for like if you think they're gonna do something out of it. Like in my opinion, basically what Yoshi should do is just kind of like trap people and then act like he's gonna do something and see what they do and then just start like hard reading stuff out of it. Like it's closer to like I don't know.
It's okay. So I think I know what you mean. This was like totally my first instinct when I started playing too, and then uh, I think my thought process became like, oh, like I'm naring way too much, like at zero, like at low percents. Like people
Mm-hmm.
are just like gonna shit on me for doing that. So and it's like everybody's just gonna be holding down. So and then I started forward airing, but I just like I felt like if I didn't nair ever, like the forward airs would just never hit because they would have no incentive to just be holding down ever.
Yeah.
So I guess I mean not that it's like a conclusion that I was happy with, but I think that that's why I'm like a little bit more willing to nair at lower percents is because I'm representing.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay. No, this.
otherwise it feels like I'm just representing fair
Yeah, this
as well.
wasn't. This wasn't about necessarily the nair. It was about like
Oh, I
immediately
see.
taking a scrappy position with Fox in this spot.
I see. I see. I
Like
see.
I just want more movement before you do it. Cause like okay, I personally think like I think Yoshi does need these nairs. It's like
Uh,
one of the weak points of his character is like low percent. Like I think he struggles with low percent quite a bit.
yeah, he
Um,
does.
and I think that like it's kind of like I don't know. Like if you've played Fox doesn't really super like deal with this issue, but if you've played like Sheik or something, you kind of understand where it's like you kind of have to hit somebody 2 or 3 times before like the stock really gets underway.
Yeah,
And
spaces
I
don't
think that
really.
like this is why I super favor like essentially Yoshi's like well at low percents I have a really hard time getting big openings. So I'm just gonna like basically Yoshi can force the matchup into nickel and dime mode by playing really armory and parry and like safe and moving around the platforms all the time.
Yeah.
And so essentially your goal is to like turn it into this damage battle of stray hits for like a while until you get them to like 30 or something. And then you can just like up air nair down smash or something like that. So it's like
So
so,
you're looking for like okay, okay. I think I know what you mean.
so it's like you might get something where you're like you play this long situation out and then you get like drop and you get a nair and it's like this type of nair but you don't drift in and maybe like you're here and Fox is slightly here and then you do dash back short hop back this way and you do a back air and then Fox jumps into the back air and takes like
Yeah.
18% or something so now
So
he's at
like
like so now he's at
you like
25 and now you're like okay great now I can like back off and actually play the game you know.
uh interesting.
So
Yeah, okay. That's fair, I guess.
like I think basically like assume that your first couple neutral wins will
Uh
not really lead into a big combo. It's nice when they do, but like
mhm.
if you just play for the big combo at zero, like you said, you end up with only fair. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
too easy to predict. So it's
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
if they'll give you fair at zero, awesome. And their chances of giving you fair at zero obviously going to go up the more you move around the platforms. But
Yeah.
like assume that if they're playing perfectly, the low percents are going to be more like nair jab jab parry roll, and then like one more nair
And
parry
like yeah.
nair knocks down tech chase grab into kill like that type of stock. One
Yeah.
second, I gotta turn on my fan. It's getting hot.
Interesting.
I thought I turned it on earlier. Okay. Nice forward air, sheesh. Oh wow, good tech chasing.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't know what to do there.
I
I
mean,
don't know if
it definitely should have just been a double jump cancel up air.
instead of a full hop, yeah.
Yeah, because you would have been on the ground and you might have had a shot. It's still not really like a great spot. Let me see. What would Amsa
Uh,
do? What would Amsa do here?
Maybe if I had crossed up with the up air, it would have set up something a lot better.
It doesn't Yoshi's up air hit straight up? Does it hit
Uh,
forward? I thought it hit straight up.
well, I think if they DI, if you DI like he DIs hard left here, right?
Yeah,
If I hit him on the left and he's DIing that way, he would go straight up. So
but yeah,
maybe
okay.
that's not beneficial.
Yeah, someone in chat is saying it sends straight up, so like it wouldn't help to hit the other way. They would probably go just like further. Like I don't think hitting the cross up on the up air changes like their DI.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
forward air. Maybe I just don't get anything.
my brain, like literally, like what my brain is telling me that Amsa would do here is he would full hop here and then double jump Nair and then hit you back this way. But I could be wrong. That's like what if I'm Fox here, I'm like, that's what Oms is about to hit me with.
Because the priority is to get you off stage, right? Like that's.
Yeah, and I think you could also do something like instant up, like double jump up air, and then just like egg this, like double jump up air land, and then just throw an egg here.
Oh, that's exactly what Amsa would do. He would double jump egg here. Yeah. I never do that. Like right here, he would just egg.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a bunch of egg spots here. Like right here,
ton of
boom,
egg spots. Yeah.
Egg, and then boom, egg probably here too, but not that you need to.
Yeah.
You super don't want to be in these spots. Like if you're in this spot, like I don't know, it might be worth it to like go to ledge here. Like I just feel like being in the corner like that is just so like unless you can sneak up to the platform, you're just like, what can Yoshi do here? Just not a lot. It's like being in the corner is really rough for him.
Yeah, I guess it's just greedy of me because after I'm on top platform and I'm like, maybe I'll overshoot into the corner and that's he'll just be there.
But, yeah, so the issue with this interaction right here, this interaction, is that you're not flying around the platform for 30 seconds beforehand. Like literally, that's just not to be the thing. Like you got to use the top plat. You have to move around the platform because that's Yoshi's advantage. If you just take this character and this character and you just take away the platforms, you take away everything, like Fox wins. Like this is not a winning. Like Yoshi can make it work, but it's not like if you just stand on the stage with the Fox, like Fox, you win. So it's like these platforms are like they're big time your friend. Like essentially, like if Yoshi is grounded, he's not using double jump armor, and double jump armor is like his main strength as a character, or one of them.
That's really interesting. It reminds me of learning Falco and just like not lasering every once in a while.
Yeah, no, like,
it's like, wait, why did I stop doing that?
I can just see you like forgetting that you're playing a mid tier. You're like, well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with the corner. And it's like, yeah, dude, you're a mid tier, like, or like a high tier, whatever. He's a high tier, he's not a mid tier, but still, non-top tier. Oh, come on, you gotta do like drop, double jump, waveland off, double jump, waveland off, this double jump fair or something there. The more convoluted the platform movement is, the better Yoshi gets. Nice. Boom. Oh, okay. That's fine. I think probably the Nair is better here. Like right here.
Okay. Rather than the tilt.
The forward tilt. My opinion. I just think it's better to not let him get too high up. Because the high recoveries are the ones that Yoshi can't cover. Like, that's the ones he has trouble with. If he's below the stage, it's not that bad.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm grabbing the second Slippy file now. Yeah, mainly I feel like you're just not being like patient enough and not like moving around the platforms enough. Because that's definitely like the main frustration as Fox is that it feels like Yoshi can force. Like, essentially, Yoshi can force something similar to what Puff can force. Where it's kind of like a nickel and dime situation, except Yoshi can kind of zero death you sometimes. So it's like, as Yoshi, you basically want to turn the game into, like, Brawl, except sometimes you also have combos. But if you play it as, like, if you let Fox be Melee Fox, where he's, like, drill wave shining you and, like, drill wave shine up tilt, and then back air, and then, up tilt on your double jump nair and stuff, like, the match is going to end, like, very quickly in, like, Fox's favor. Like, crazy fair, though. That was a good read. Yeah, like, in my opinion, like, when you're here, you should just get to the platform as quickly as possible. It just gives you all your options. Whereas being on the ground, you don't have any. Like essentially, like Yoshi is not like a making things happen character. He's a counter hit character. That's where his ultimate strengths come from. And so like you should like you will get like read the dash back and hit a fair type of thing. You will get that, but that is not like where Yoshi's primary value comes from. So like I this is like just watching this is I think is that like you gotta focus a lot more on like baiting into counter hits, like trying to get Fox to hit you so that you can counter up air as you're opening, rather than trying to find like holes in Fox's movement like you would with like some other character.
Mm.
Like I think like you can it's basically like you can find holes in Fox's movement, sure, and you can hit him with the fair, but it's not Yoshi's like best tool. So you're basically like trying to make everything work off of Yoshi's like B tool rather than like his
that makes sense. I think part of it is like my mix up my library of mix ups off of platforms is not that extensive. So I don't having like I don't have I have some intuition for like but you know, a lot of the time if I'm like double jump canceling off of a platform, I can just get up tilted and then have no jump and die. um
yeah.
you know,
So
I mean,
yeah,
I can definitely like be really picky about the risks I take, I suppose. And maybe that's kind of what you're saying, maybe too.
nah, what I'm
Um,
saying is that like your goal should be to like lure them into like kind of like how Falco wins his situations off of a laser. Like you want to like if you are describing how you won neutral, it should include a laser. That's something I say to Falco mains like, all the
yes,
time.
yes.
With Yoshi, it's like when you're describing how you won neutral, it should have a double jump armor or a
Uh,
parry in it somewhere. And
uh,
so like essentially it's like you can full hop waveland down the platform and then shield for a second on the platform, and you're like waiting to see if they give you that shield, like the shield drop on the platform, right? And then so they don't give you that, and then you like drop double jump waveland down or drop double jump super low nair, and then like your goal is not to then like read their dash back, it's to like read them trying to punish your nair landing with like a parry into an instant fair or a parry F tilt or something like that. So it's like you should be like, come get me on the platform so I can wreck you. It's like, come punish my landing lag so I can wreck you. Oh, I jumped towards you, Fox, but now I will double jump out of my short hop late, and so then when you back air out of shield, you hit my double jump, and then I up air you, and then I got my zero death. Like, that is where you want your openings to come from, because those are Yoshi's strengths. Those are, like, his unique tools.
yeah, that's the mix-ups are just so. Uh, I yeah, I'm trying to word it because I feel like I'm visualizing what you're driving, but then I also just kind of run into like some practical issues, I guess. Just like yeah, it's like I feel like the things I have to do with Yoshi are like very precise timing, but maybe that's so it feels like they feel like equally bad mix-ups sometimes if I'm just like okay, and then I parried like a specific timing, right? Because it that's uh, like to me, if I'm like parrying them, it's like I'm basically having a very specific timing read, so I might as well go for another type of very specific timing read. But I think using I see the value in what you're saying regardless. I guess trying to link it, I'm trying to figure out exactly why it's happening for me, like what's
Yeah,
preventing
it's
me from
like
doing
you
that
do
stuff.
need to make very specific timing reads, but it's also like parry jump double jump nair instantly is not like whiff punishable on reaction.
Right.
So like if they and if, a lot of times what'll happen is you're like parry jump double jump nair instantly, and then they try to punish that, and then you get your parry, and then you hit
Yeah,
them. Like that is
I
another really
see.
common situation. So it's like
I just feel like I'm like doing the parry, double jump, cancel nair, and then they're just holding down, and I get wave shot or something. But I know what you mean. I feel like a lot of the interactions just end with them still holding down, no matter what I've done in a lot of
Mm-hmm.
situations. And then, but I mean, I have tools to deal with that.
But that's part of why, like, you don't want to fight them when they're in like a neutral animation because they can just crouch. Like you want to counter hit them.
Right, right. You want them to be dashing or jumping.
Dashing, jumping, or like in the air throwing out an aerial or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice egg. He definitely would have gone to edge and thrown another egg. He literally just does that every time. As an
Sometimes he does the double jump nair backwards, so to try to bait the quick side B.
I have seen that. You're right. That's true.
I think that's what I did there.
Okay.
I don't know if I did it in exactly the way that.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because
so one nice thing about Fox, I see. I think you actually just. I'm not sure if you read it or you reacted too quickly. It's one or the other.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure either.
Because it looks. Yeah, it looks like you might have just reacted too quickly. Fox's side B is so slow.
Yeah, I should just be using the platform.
One thing is, when you're near someone, it seems like you have a really consistent pattern of jump away, double jump in to attack. And that's part of why you're getting CC'd so much. Is because Yoshi's real strength is jump directly over someone where you have a left-right ambiguity, and then either double jump left nair or double jump right nair.
That makes sense. Okay, I have to jump. Okay, I have to jump.
Because if you jump, if you're here and you jump, you go like right here, you could either nair him on this side instantly. You could jump here, double jump back this way and nair him, or you could jump here and double jump this way and nair him. And so suddenly, like, he's much more overwhelmed than he would be. And then you jump up right here, and then he's like, oh, I'll cover them all by up tilting. And then you just double jump fair and just hard read the up tilt with the double jump hover fair.
Yeah. I see.
So that's like one thing. I'm not seeing you like push forward into the cross ups. It's a lot of like out and then in, and that just puts you right on top of like crouching Fox.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. He's at 0%. I guess I could have forward aired.
My OMSA sensor tells me that he would have done drop, double jump, up air, forward tilt. Up air, forward tilt, jab reset.
Invincible up air.
Invincible up air, land, forward tilt, jab reset. That's like my brain. I don't even know if that's the real combo there, but my brain is like, that's what I would get hit by.
No, but it makes sense to interrupt Fox on the way up, though, because in this situation, I get like, there's not even a risk that Fox dies, right? So at the very least, I like it for that. Yeah, I don't even think here about doing the up air quickly.
Yeah, no, like technically you could have definitely naired this, but I feel like it's really tight timing to nair without like suiciding here. So I would have probably just gone for like this and then up air right there instead of the wave land.
I think it will knock down if I
like up air forward tilt.
Yeah, I think it will knock down.
And then even like right here when you already landed, I'm almost certain OMSA would have done the instant up air, like jump, instant double jump, like wave land here, like you just gone jump, boom, 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 like the upper would have come
instead
out
of
like,
waiting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like right here, just get to the platform. It's because as soon as you're shielding on the platform, you're just like winning, right? Because like he can't jump up and hit you on the platform. And you can, the key is that you can do shield drop, because, you know, Yoshi can't, like, wave dash out of his held shield, right? But if you're on the platform, you can just shield drop, double jump, waveland. So you have total mobility and total safety. Like, that sounds pretty nice. Whereas, like, if you play the ground game here, you're just, it's not like a happy position. Yoshi against Fox really heavily relies, like we talked about, on getting him off stage. And so like fighting from the corner when Fox is in center when he's at this percent, like what are you gonna really get? Like your goal should just be to get to center and then push him towards the edge.
And taking platform is the best way to get to center.
Yeah, and because taking platform it lets you move forward. Because that's the problem is
Exactly.
Yoshi's bad at moving forward here. But on the platform, you can just hold your safe egg as long as you want, and then waveland off, double jump, and like there's just so many spots where you hear shield drop, double jump, waveland, and then right here you waveland off, right, and then you do double jump, waveland off again. You know they have the little loop here with the double jump, waveland, and then
do it like 10. I can do it like 10 times.
Yeah, and then you just double jump to the left, and suddenly you're like over the middle of the Pokeball, and he couldn't stop you. Yes. Okay. So this is that spot that I was talking about too, with like the jump over, is like right here after the fair. I feel like this is like, where is it? It wasn't not necessarily here. I guess it's not the exact spot I thought the first time, but essentially like I think here you can do something like jump forward, double jump, drift back, nair. Like not the turnaround nair. Like just double jump in place, nair, drift back. And like sort of like hit the shield, and it's kind of like a retreating aerial, right? Like you can hit the shield while like moving back, and it also prevents him from CC shining you. Nice. I think one more up air here was probably the right choice.
Yeah,
it's a tough one though. It's that's not. I don't think you're like bad for doing that. You almost had him anyway. Yeah, this nair.
Yeah.
Like if you just do this nair so that like out of a short hop and so that the nair hits his shield as you retreat, like he's never gonna punish that.
I don't love the fact I dashed back after the nair though.
Yeah, like this it was okay. I think you also need to do stuff like I haven't seen you reading enough full hops. That's part of why. So think of it like Puff, where like Puff gets Fox cornered so that she can read his full hops out of the corner. And Yoshi is similar, where like if you can get Fox cornered, you need to, like Amsa reads full hop out of the corner surprisingly often with full hop nair. Like he'll do like run up full hop nair and then just drift back, and you're not really gonna punish it. But if you full hopped into it, you'll like die. Or
he jumps straight up and then does
he kind of like runs in and then jumps at like this angle.
Jumps slightly back.
Yeah. He's definitely gotten me with that before. But the
That's
other
cool.
one,
I've never done that.
I think this is like another one you could do though, where you're like right here. And then like right here, just literally up air this spot, like full hop up air right here. It's like boom, like just there's so many Foxes here that are gonna full hop right there. All I'm saying, not necessarily to take this one, I'm saying like be aware of reading Fox full hops with like up airs and stuff like that here. And
I think about reading mostly with I think I told you earlier, like with double jump cancel, like DJC up airs. I've seen Amsa do that. Do that a bunch, but it's not really a hard punish on the. It's like an anti-air as opposed to like a jump read. So I don't know. I don't exactly know how to assess like the value of those two, but I feel like in this situation, it's the full hop is like just a bit more committal. Because of just like the platforms, I guess the way the
yeah, I think the up air in this spot probably wouldn't have been as good, but I think the nair in that spot wasn't bad. It's like it's not even necessarily that you have to directly punish the full hop. I guess it just I didn't get the impression that you were like, oh, Fox is probably gonna full hop here, so I can like punish it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. That was just
because I mean, so after. No, I'm totally following you. So in this situation, I should just be ready instead of dash because I like I said, I dash back there, but I feel like I'm not really.
Yeah, you could also do something like right here. You could like full hop back here, like right here to try to like catch him out of this. Just
that's pretty good
essentially just reading the full hop in general here is. Strong.
I'm so much more comfortable reading full hops when my back is turned because of the back air. It feels
back air here is good too.
but it makes sense. But it makes sense that I should do it regardless of. It's just like a mental. That's arbitrary. not because it's better.
Okay, so this here, I really like this because he can't punish. Boom, boom. And then I like the dash in here, but I don't like that you attacked. I would have wanted you to use the platform. You either use the platform or use your double jump or bait him to come in. I haven't seen any parry baits from you, like, at all.
I haven't. It's probably dumb, but I just don't parry in this matchup because of drill. I mean,
Yeah, no,
I should.
That's just crazy. You gotta parry.
Yeah. Definitely have to parry.
Like, bait Fox into not using drill and then parry.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, also, he's not gonna want to drill as much if you are like Mr. Platform Verticality Yoshi Man. Like, because drill is just a lot worse in those situations. So you end up with
air to air.
Yeah, and so you end up kind of like conditioning Fox out of his like drill mindset a little bit. So, yeah, okay, so like right here, I would have loved right here if you just got this up air.
I have even tried to up air, honestly.
And like, this is just madness, dude. Use the platform. Like, this is crazy. Like, just playing this interaction out is just absurd. And then this situation is like low-key unwinnable.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Yoshi with a deficit is like Yoshi with a deficit is just very play in comparison to the other characters I play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, in those situations, I think going to the platform also just doesn't feel as good because I mean, this is just like anecdotal. It's not like universal, but people get leads and then they just like specifically. This happened. This has been a huge change. I know people are toxic in general on ranked or unranked or whatever, but playing a mid tier for the first time, it's like, wow, people really just want to time you out.
Yeah.
I've experienced that like way more in the last however many weeks than I have like in the entirety of the rest of my Melee career.
Yeah, Yoshi's also one of the more like campable characters where he's kind of like, well, I can't get you, but you can't get me either. It's like, okay.
Yes. That's true. But I mean, it's a fucking friendly. Like, I feel like they might.
Oh yeah.
Like there might be other motivations.
No. Let's not even talk about that. I get mad about
that.
these people like every day.
Okay, so we have a little bit of time left. Do you think we have time to maybe look at a different matchup? Or
Definitely.
What do you think?
We have like 12, 13 minutes left.
Okay, cool. I didn't know exactly when the timer started. So let me just pull up. God, I hope your chat is ready for Yoshi Pichu or whatever the fuck I'm about to pull up.
Okay, Gwex was in chat, by the way, and he said up air up tilt would knock down at 0, but the forward tilt doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew there was some sort of up air tilt jab reset combo there. I just didn't know which one it was.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So,
I mean,
so also it's interesting to note that, like, Gwex is in chat talking about, like, they said, I don't really see AMSA prioritizing platform movement in this matchup. Armor trades close to the ground lead to more meaningful things. And I think that is, like, somewhat, like, there's obviously, like, valid stuff there, and, like, I'm not a Yoshi main. So, like, most of my perspective comes from how I feel playing against Yoshi as Fox. And I definitely feel like my opinion of why someone was probably seeing AMSA, like, go for all those low ground stuff, in my opinion, is just that, like, he's so confident being safe in the platform situations that he's, like, sees reads that he can utilize with his double jump armor and stuff like that. That's my perception from, like, playing him. But I definitely have felt, like, the most frustrated playing Yoshi when I feel like he's forcing, like, nickel and dime situations. So, once again, I'm not a Yoshi main. These are just my opinions.
Okay, essentially 2 games. You can decide.
Just throwing that out there for people. Like, I'm just giving my best logic based on, like, my experience and stuff. Definitely not AMSA.
I mean, I also have I feel like more meaningfully analyzed Amsa recently than
Mm-hmm.
compared to before I played Yoshi, and I also feel like he does play like I don't want to call it disrespectful, but like
Mm-hmm.
I think he does things that he kind of knows are not the best just because he's very confident that he's gonna be better than
That he's
you.
gonna just execute perfectly. I've definitely noted that too from him for
Yeah.
sure.
Um, like if he sees like a specific, I feel like he's down to like exploit it over and over, unless
Yeah,
it's
like there's just
really
every
really
time
fast.
Amsa gets pushed to like the very limit, I feel like the matches slow down like crazy. That's my
True.
perception.
Yeah.
Especially as like Falco, but also as Fox, I've noticed that like that's how it used to feel. And I think Nez in particular is really good at this, where I feel like obviously like objectively he's far worse than like Amsa, but he would still do pretty well against me just because like he would just not take any risks. And it's like, dude, play just no Fox main wants to play a 5.5 minute match. They just don't. So if you make them, it's just inherently harder.
Unless you're Jerry, he loved that shit.
Huh?
Jerry loved that shit. He would always tell me he loves 7 minute matches,
Very few people like him. And the
but
thing
he
is,
also played tough.
yeah, dude, even then though, like if you play like I don't know, like I just think that like over time it's kind of
I mean,
like I my essentially my opinion is that like Yoshi platform camping has more activity than Fox Dash Dance camping. Like I think that like
mm,
I don't feel like when Yoshi's platform camping that I'm like, ooh, I might find an opening here. I'm like I kind of need to wait for him to swing and then try to do my best to punish that.
mhm.
Okay, so screen share is still working, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, this matchup. Let me think. What would I even do in this matchup?
Hopefully not what I did.
Let me see. What'd you do against Luigi? Probably that. Yeah. Like I don't
That
know.
was like
Like
that was like the most. Yeah, go ahead.
no, what were you gonna say?
I just feel like I armored the up tilt there, but I was like, I had no fucking clue that I was about to armor an up tilt. I feel like maybe I did in the moment, but I just okay. Well,
Yeah.
sick gameplay. I don't know what I tried to do
Yeah.
after
Like
the forward air.
I feel like this matchup is just like Luigi has a bunch of strong hits, but then you can also just kind of like armor them and then like hit him back, and like he's probably pretty decent at like I don't know. I feel like this is probably just like an awkward matchup that Yoshi definitely wins, but it's probably just like awkward. Like it looks like you'd probably just like be able to like get him in a disadvantaged state and kind of like continue that. He doesn't have like the same like tornado mix-ups that he does against most characters because you can probably like double jump through it and stuff like that.
Interesting.
That's my guess. And like the
Uh,
edge, I imagine the edge guard is really strong because of like down smash and stuff like that. And my brain with no knowledge of this matchup at all is telling me that like reading like doing something like dash dance and then he does like a short hop fair and then you like short hop back air to like whiff punish his like jump is probably pretty good.
oh, I haven't. That's interesting. I
I
should.
don't know, that's just my perception. I'm like, well, if he jumps it'd be kind of nice to just like back air him out of that.
I mean, back air is like generally really good air to air against like the other floaty characters, so it would make sense. And
Oh wow.
I don't really use it very much in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, God, we've literally SD'd all the stocks.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
I haven't watched this match in a long
Yeah,
time.
like I think that like
Or
essentially
ever.
okay, my thought process is if he wave dashes in at you, you have like kind of inherently better tools because if he misses, you'll get like a forward air, right? Like if he wave dashes in and you do jump away, double jump back in forward air, you'll probably just catch him. And you can also CC, and you can also parry, and you can also double jump armor, like counter him. And so my guess is that like probably him wave dashing in from long range is like not amazing, and he kind of wants to get close to like beat you up. So probably the best choice from just looking at it is probably you get to about this range is what I'd say, maybe a little bit closer than that. Let me see. Closer to like Wex keeps telling me down tilt's really good to catch the wave dashes in, but I haven't seen it yet. Essentially this position, yeah, where he's like jumping up, like, and I tell this to people a lot against Luigi, is that like you can basically like Luigi can do like short wave dashes and crazy things to like mix up his movement, but those are really like another layer to Luigi.
Yeah.
The main like basics of Luigi are like he's kind of like an in-place character, like kind of think of like a really bad Sheik. And so like you can kind of like get close to him and then kind of just like space him out a little bit, kind of like how you would like a Sheik aerial, like right here. If you just kind of chill right here, you can kind of just dodge this and then like whiff punish, like you could short hop towards him in back air or something like that, or anything.
Yeah, I think I need to back air more.
So I feel like essentially like he doesn't have a dash jump forward, essentially, like a Spacey would or Falcon or something like that. So he doesn't have like a quick movement like this, like a quick arc at you. So he only has this ground one, or he has this really shallow like jump forward aerial.
Very shallow.
And I think that like Yoshi can, because of his drift and airspeed and stuff, he can probably like jump back even from really close and just avoid this, and then just whiff punish it on reaction.
Really smart. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I think part of the reason this matchup is awkward is because a lot of the normal things that Yoshi has going for him are like harder to execute.
But I think it's the opposite. Well, not the opposite. It's like the things that Yoshi. So okay, like Yoshi.
But other things are very strong for him instead.
Yeah, where it's like normally Yoshi has to play against the top tiers, like he's kind of like a worse character, so he has to like use his special sauce more, like the parries and the double jump cancels and stuff like that. And then I think like against Luigi, he's just kind of like better. So like I think you can almost play it like more like traditionally. In terms of just kind of like outspacing Luigi and beating him with like your moves. Like pretend you're just like a better Mario brother. Like essentially I think like as Yoshi you get used to having to abuse your special mechanics to like win. And I think that like he doesn't really even have to do that in this matchup from what it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many. I'm thinking now about how I need to play at that specific spacing, because there's like so many specific things that I feel like if I just knew, if I was just practicing the direct punishes for certain things, it would be a lot more decisive or just more deliberate. But instead, I'm trying